Welcome back, Braveheart Nation. I'm Dr. Darrell Wolfe, and I'm with Richard today, and we're going to be talking about Hemp C60. Now, understand something. Hemp C60, most people don't even know what C60 is, okay? And what C60 is, it is the strongest antioxidant on the planet. Know that hemp C60 is 270 times stronger than vitamin C. Just know this, that it will restore the brain and the eyes like nothing else. And I mean like nothing else. But why is that, Dr. Wolfe? Well, I'm going to tell you, because of the fatty acids and because of the high electrical conductivity that's actually in this product. How many people here know that 80% of your brain is made out of cholesterol? Okay. Oh, how many people know it's the fatty acids that help to create the cholesterol? How many people know that 50% of the cell wall of your cells is made out of cholesterol? How many people know that cholesterol is probably one of the most important hormones in the human body? How many people know that people that are on statin drugs, okay, that statin drugs actually they limit your cholesterol, and if you want to get Alzheimer's, if you want to have brain dysfunction, if you want to damage your cells, and by the way, if you want to damage your eyes, then you go ahead and take statins and tell me I'm wrong. And understand something. I don't have the exact date, and I will get it for you. I'm going to do a show just on cholesterol, because understand something. Statin drugs do nothing for you for cholesterol, and guess what? Nobody dies of high cholesterol. That is the absolute biggest lie you've ever heard in your life. And understand, if you want to limit your cholesterol, you're going to limit your life. Every one of you on statin drugs, it's the biggest lie going. Get your doctor to prove, real study, real time, and you're going to find out it's not true. I'll have all the information for you, but they did a study just on a few people living in a trailer park that were eating garbage, basically garbage. That's where they did their study for this statin thing. And understand this, it was at 300 that your level for cholesterol could be. And as soon as they brought out the statin drug, what did they do? They brought it down to 200. And now I got people calling me every day. My cholesterol is going through the roof. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't want to be on these statin drugs. And I'm going, don't worry, I'm going to do a show on this, and I'm going to prove that this is not true. None of this is true. It's all just a lie. And understand, you're trying to tell me that my medical doctor's lying? I will tell you that your medical doctor's lying, and he doesn't even know he is, because he's told what to think and how to think. Yes or no? And that's the truth. So understand something. Those fatty acids, you need them, all right? You know, if you take a look at somebody, okay, when we're talking like Hemp C60, you take a look at somebody who started taking Hemp C60, and then a few weeks later, okay, take a look at their face. You're going to go, oh my God, that's amazing. And the reality is everybody's starving from fatty acids. We have had so much BS come at us to stay away from fats. We need fats. Fats are important. Protein, important. Fiber, important. Most of the other things are not, but those things are important to the human body. You need as much fats as you can get. I take a swig. Okay, I've got a big bottle of it. I take a swig of hemp oil C60, and I do it a few times a day. I was wearing glasses, and I'm telling you can believe it or not believe it. I had prescription glasses. What? Okay. Let it touch next time. Well, nobody's on then. I wore prescription glasses for years, okay? And then when I wasn't really tired, I could get away with my readers. I don't wear readers, I don't wear prescription glasses. And I know it was because of the hemp oil C60. You can believe it or not believe it. But if you're going to go in and really dose yourself, like doing 1 teaspoon 6 times a day, tell me that you can't see better after just a few weeks. Oh yeah, you're going to. And if you got prescription glasses, you're going to be going back to get a weaker prescription. That might piss you off too, I don't really know. But the reality is you're going to be sharper in your brain. Most eye problems are because of brain problems, okay? And it's dehydration and it's lack of fatty acids. I already told you how much fatty acids are so important for the making of cholesterol. And also, your brain is cholesterol, and they want to actually put you on statins to bring it down. They want your brain to shrivel. You understand, these guys can get away with murder. I said murder. And guess what? And they are. And understand, go find out statin drugs, you should be off of it yesterday. I'm not telling you what to do. Go talk to your doctor and tell him to prove to you of real studies that this is going to make a difference in your life. Now, so it doesn't end there. With hemp oil C60, guys, okay, all right? With hemp oil C60, you can have eczema, you can have psoriasis, you can have any type of skin condition, and it's going to help to heal from the inside out and the outside in. If you've got, like, let's say eczema or psoriasis, and understand something, eczema is the baby brother of psoriasis. They're the same condition. One's just worse because you're getting mistreated, not treated properly. What you'll do is you'll clap. We have a clapper, and you'll take the clapper. Let me see here. Let me see if I have it here. No, I don't have one here right now. Okay, all right. So we will take the clapper, and you will clap with the clapper on your eczema or your psoriasis until there's a little bit of pus or blood. And then what you'll do is you'll actually take C60 and silver bullet gel, and you'll mix them, okay? You'll mix them together. And you're actually mixing them about, 50-50. Silver bullet gel and then hemp C60. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put a coating of that and then saran wrap that and then go to bed, or throughout the day just leave it on there. And that's what you're going to do, is we're going to heal from the inside out, but we're going to take it orally to heal from the inside out and the outside in. So understand something, and that's this, that we carry the best hemp oil, we carry the finest C60 in the world, and I'm going to tell you 95% of the C60 out there isn't worth buying, but people will go, well, it looks like the same as the Doc of Detox. Richard, what do you think?
Well, I agree with everything that you said, and with respect to, if we go back to what you started to speak about, which is the statins, I can tell you from all the different people that I've known, including those in my family, for example, my brother-in-law, he started taking statins, and this is going back at least 10 years, and this is before I knew anything about statins. It was before I started, just before, by about 2 years, I started to make C60. He started to take statins because he had heart problems, he was very obese, and, he really drank too much and ate all the wrong foods. And within, 2 months or so after taking statins, it's as if he lost 20 IQ points. And like you said, it shrinks the brain. I don't know what it did to his brain, but he could barely speak. He had very irrational thoughts. He was very slow in speaking. It was as if I was meeting a new person. I never saw him every week, but we saw each other every month. And like I said, after 2 months, a different person.
You know what?
He went slowly downhill until he died. And he died a very young man.
Well, guess what, everyone? You don't want to do fatty acids. You want to believe their BS, their belief systems. You're going to get yourself in big trouble. You want to take the most potent, purest form of fatty acids. It actually is C60. Nothing's going to ever, because you're talking about the best fatty acids, which is our hemp oil. And you can buy hemp oil all over the country, but you're not going to, the purity we get is only grown by one farmer the way he does it. And the reality is you attach C60 onto there, which is the strongest antioxidant and the highest electrical frequency of any nutritional product. So you take that. So let's bring the fatty acids back to the brain, the eyes, and let's bring back the electrical energy, and you've got healing. It's all about electrical energy. We're batteries. The only difference between me and someone who can't get out of bed is the electricity that I have in my body. The only difference between me, if I get hit with something, and how fast I rebound is the electricity in my body. And this is why Hemp C60 is so important. And I was saying, Richard, is that as soon as they came out with the statin drugs, they dropped that if you were 300, okay, more than 300 with cholesterol, then you're in danger. As soon as they came out with the statin drugs, as soon as they came out with them, they dropped it to 200. And understand something, none of these markers are even real. Do you know what kind of trouble I would get into if I made this stuff up? Do you know what kind of trouble they're going to get into because they made this up? Zero. I'm not allowed to make anything up, and why should I? I don't want to make anything up. I want to be full of integrity. But understand something, Big Pharma, they can say or do anything. Tell me they can't. So understand this. You know, you're either going to invest into your body or you're not. I already told you the three most important things for the body are proper protein, which I believe in a whole plant-based protein, and fiber, and also fatty acids. Fats. Our body needs them. Our body needs them. Why do you think women are putting moisturizers on their face all the time? They wouldn't put anything hardly ever on their face if they had enough fatty acids. And one of the best way to get fatty acids, because of the most powerful fatty acids on the planet, is using hemp oil C60 or MCT oil C60. That's the cat's meow. Richard?
Yes, mentioning the fact that you can see it in someone's face. A lot of people now have faces that look bloated. However, within just a few days of taking the Hemp C60, instead of having that bloated look as if you're puffed up with water, you start to immediately get, I would call it a glow. I know women like to use that term.
Well, that's called circulation.
Okay, well, then they start to get a nice circulation in their whole bodies, but especially in their faces. Instead of having this puffy look, they actually look like not only a glow, but being nourished, their body finally getting nourishment. Their faces actually start to shrink. So who would have thought that by taking in a fatty acid, your body would actually compensate by losing weight in one's face? So it's like you say, a miracle molecule, the C60 itself. And the hemp oil, the quality that we use, and the C60 itself, we get it from BC, which is where you used to be. And the farmer, he grows it, and the main reason that he was growing it in the beginning was not to provide hemp for my C60, but rather to provide it for the marijuana industry. However, our product has absolutely no THC whatsoever. But it is of the highest quality that you can purchase on the market today. And being grown in British Columbia, Canada, it is actually green. It is not the yellow that you find in supermarkets today, but a beautiful, dark green. And when mixed with C60, it still has that nice darkish color, and not as when you go to the supermarket or even health food stores, it doesn't look light yellow, which is what every other product that I've ever seen, and I've purchased every C60 and hemp version that I could find on the marketplace and tasted them all, and they all taste like, and I'm going to be honest, they taste like garbage, but a lot of people don't mind drinking something that tastes like garbage if they think it's going to help them, because a lot of times things have to taste like garbage to help you. But ours is a nice, earthy, nutty tasting carbon 60.
Oh, it's so pleasant, everyone. And if I can back it up a little bit, I'm going to tell you something. Guess what? Do you know why you got a puffy face and why the C60 gets rid of the puffiness in your face and in your body? Because whether you got water retention in your legs, in your abdomen, in your arms, or in your face, it's from inflammation. Inflammation is the only disease on this planet, okay? Whether you inflame your mind and you go depressed because your computer shuts down because you're overheating, but in the body, if you got inflammation, you're going to retain water in that area. So now we've got the puffball syndrome, people that don't have cheekbones or jawbones. They look like a round beach ball face. And that is because of inflammation. And guess what? Inflammation, inflame, that means fire, inflame. And what happens is wherever there's a fire, we got to send the what? The fire truck. And the fire truck's got to hose it down. So you retain water in the face, but when you take the C60 hemp, what happens is the C60 hemp, it's like I said, it's the strongest antioxidant. It's 270 times more powerful than vitamin C. But the reality is with the fatty acids and with the C60, we just put the fire out. So now there's no reason to have the water retention to try to dilute the inflammation and the infection that's in the person. We're moving it out with all of this beautiful energy and these fatty acids. Now, the person that actually has wrinkles on their face, okay, like I've got this Mr. Intense stuff, but I don't have a bunch of wrinkles. I'll be 67. I'm not wrinkly for that age, and the more I drink, the more my wrinkles go away, okay, of the C60. You're going to see it yourself. And here's the deal. The wrinkles are from inflammation creating dehydration, and you actually have a crack in the muscle belly on the face, and that's what you call a wrinkle. Soon as you actually nourish internally and externally, okay, those wrinkles are going to go away. And once you get them to go away, if you keep doing it internally, you'll always be moisturized without having to just slap it on your face to try to see if you've got some life there. How's that, Richard?
Yeah, I agree. Everything that you said, once again. The C60 itself, it nourishes your skin, it nourishes your body. It actually acts as a moisturizer. I know that people who have been taking 60 for months, years, you don't see wrinkles on them at all. It's as if they haven't aged. Their hair, for example, mine went from silver back to brown, with a few wrinkles at the temples, but people, it's like they're de-aging. It's miraculous.
So here's what I do, everyone. You see, I have it sitting here. It wasn't because of the show. It was here already. This has hemp C60, and I just... I swallowed it, but usually you hold it under your tongue until it becomes watery if you want the most out of it when you do it. Okay? All right? Richard?
Yeah, both myself and my wife, we carry, depending on what size bottles we carry it around with us everywhere we go. So whether we're going away for a few hours or to our grandchildren's to visit them, we always have it with us. It's something that, it's just part of our daily routine. It's something that you have to carry. Like, people love carrying water, which I do. I have one of those Berkey systems, and we have distilled water, but not distilled, I shouldn't say that, purified water, and we carry purified water wherever we go, and our C60. But it's not like we're out taking bottles of statins and all sorts of millions of pills from the pharmaceutical industry.
Yeah, just know this, everyone. C60 is one of the greatest anti-aging products that you'll ever take. And I think just with what I told you, you can surmise that I'm telling the truth. And the reality is, whether you want to believe this or not, even if you don't like the so-called psycho elites and the military or the government, it's their go-to product. Did you know that? It's their go-to product? Okay, because they want the best for them, and we're talking about upper government, upper military, and Richard can tell you that for a fact, can't you, Richard?
Oh, yeah. We're talking, if you're in Canada here, the Canadian government, elites, and military, they all take it. They purchase it from me in large quantities. And the U.S. government as well. They order about 10 times as much as the Canadian government does. And also, we're talking the elites are putting it away for a very rainy day, and for the people that are supporting them. And they're drinking it as we speak every day. And that's why a lot of these people, as they're reaching very long lives and well into their 90s, and some of them have recently turned 100.
What do you people think? How do you think that these people, whether you're talking about the royals, whether you're talking about any of these so-called people that want to enslave us, why do you think they live so long? And then the part I get is everybody says, oh, they'll get theirs, they'll get theirs. No, I don't really think they're going to get theirs. I think you better get yours. And I think you better mind your own business and start looking after yourself on every level that you can. And that would be a really wise thing to do, making healthy choices for you and your family. And I'm not talking about buying our hemp oil C60, but at least get PDG or my PDGfree.com guide and download it and start going through it and start understanding that you are much more powerful than they've made you to believe that you are. You are beautiful, you are powerful, and you can do this. You can be the leader, be the Braveheart for your family. Right, Richard?
Absolutely. I want to add one thing, and this might surprise people, but this is something that I believe to be the truth. A lot of people that when they finally do pass away, allegedly, I'm going to use the word allegedly, it's because if they lived much longer in the public's eye, people would say, well, why are they living to be 110? Why are they living to be 115 or 20 before they pass away? So they get, allegedly killed off, because it would be too obvious that these people, royals, for example, that in power or know those in power or are married to those in power, they have to let them leave, the public's eye. But they're not really dead. They just, go to certain parts of the earth where no one really knows or cares about who they are.
And people may not want to believe it, but it's absolutely the truth. Did you know a statistic's only a statistic, and if you want to follow the herd, then you'll become a statistic. It's just like this, Richard. They say that aging's in the DNA. Well, I just wrote an article called The DNA is a Big Lie. Okay, and I wrote another one called The Cure is an Inside Job, and it's going to be going in the new PDG guide. If you want to download it for free, everybody, you can read those two articles, but here's the deal. Genetics is a lie, okay? DNA is a lie that we age in our DNA. You age because of epigenetic belief systems. Right now, the statistic for North Americans is you will pass on around 76 years old. Well, I'm not going to believe it, and I'm not going to pass on. You watch. I won't. I don't believe in colds. I don't believe in cancer. I don't believe in disease, because to have a disease, you're out of alignment. You're not in alignment with your true, authentic self. And you can go, you better knock on wood, Daryl. I don't need to knock on nothing. My belief systems, okay, with taking massive personal action as well. You just can't sit here and go, I believe. You've got to take massive personal action and bring up the vibration of your life, your cells on every level that you can, emotionally, physically, nutritionally. But the reality is it's all just a lie. And everything that you know, everything that I know, so don't think I think I'm smarter or special, but everything we've been taught from the minute we get here, okay, we have been shortchanged and diluted down and put down and made to attack ourselves and each other, and we believe this stuff. I don't believe, I believe absolutely nothing, unless it's logical and that I've done my research. And you know what they say, go to the light, go to the light. Well, if you want your answers, you're gonna have to go into the darkness where they hide it. They will shine the light wherever they want you to go so that you become what they want you to become. Isn't it something that, you know, a small group of people control this whole planet? And that's why, Richard, I was just on a while ago saying I've got a world tour to do, to go to Australia, to go teach a whole life coach health course, a Wolf non-surgical bodywork course, and a pelvic restoration for women. And I said, this probably will be the last course for the next 3 to 5 years, because they are going to make it so difficult for people to actually travel. I said this, and I'm going to say it again. Don't believe me. Go do your own homework, everyone. Do your homework. 167 nations signed a commitment that when the WHO says it's time, they are going to release this to everyone, that you cannot fly unless you're going to take whatever vaccination is on the menu board at the time.